more at Worlds. And when you've already got, as you say, like, now, just more circles to the Venn diagram. It works out incredibly well. Yeah, this is a very, very strong teamfight team for PSG Talon. The good news as well, so Audi going to finish off this Dragon. And now that Talia is on the way, Jarvan, though, Junja waiting in the wings to try and turn this around. Cryo off the back of Maple having to reset. Now they know, as you say, Miru can always join in. So they've got the numbers advantages. So I'd be surprised if PSG really want to try and contest this.
Oh, no, they get the root down. They get the knock up as well. Level 6 hit. The Cataclysm comes in for Junja. He does get the knock up at the back of it. There's a slightly Maelstrom, but it only really lands onto one. And now they can turn and burn for this fight. First blood finally goes over to Seo. Nice knockback here from Miru as he gets on top of two. The Pop Blossom is decent, but there's no damage right now. The resets are coming in. Double kill for Seo. R7 are doing well in the early game.
R7 are coming in hot to Worlds 2023. Miru TP's in. They get the fight. And PSG, way too over-aggressive. They didn't have the numbers, they didn't have the setup, and everything rushed and everything goes awry.
Seo doesn't have flash or heal, doesn't have his arcane shift either, and that's a shutdown there. Just not expecting the rat.
A lot of that damage, but if it's Miru getting caught, he's just going to get completely wiped out. And if you then have that follow-up coming through from PSG Talon, it very quickly starts to snowball out of control. So
it doesn't become about the laning phase anymore. It becomes about those team fights. Audi, he's going to get jumped on here. Will not have a huge amount of damage thrown onto him just yet. They've invested 2 ultimates. There's going to be Miru coming back on top of this one here, though. Junja immediately flashing after the fact to try and make sure he stays alive, but he does get taken out. Woody can't get the root down. TP's coming in. That's going to be the Kennen trying to jump, or Maple, excuse me, coming in afterwards. Miru cannot just be walked over this. Audi gets a reset. Will not get the flick back, and they will trade back 1 for 1. So it's a little bit of a
pressure, able to move back, get out of the position, and now R7 trying to set themselves up as well in this mid lane. Wacko needs to be so careful.
Yeah, needs to be very, very careful. That mid lane going down could be huge. There's a Pop Blossom.
Oh my God.
3. The flash is good, but can they get the damage afterwards? They do get Seo. The bomb comes in straight afterwards. A slice and dice will get him back over the wall. But I mean, just as Dragon's about to spawn as well, Rift Herald on this field as well. PSG should be able to get so much with this.
Yeah, great pick from PSG. Immediately moving over towards the Rift Herald. With 40 seconds on towards Dragon, they can even get the reset, use this Rift Herald then in mid lane to get pressure and commit towards that Dragon as well. So really great timing there. And again, this is why you got to be so careful and trying to contest on that mid wave. PSG have so many different angles of attack, and they catch out Sale. There's such an important member for that.
Look, it is only a 1 kill, but you do get the tower. You do
reset timers here for PSG. And now they can start to try and contest this as Ozzy, who push on top, is moving down.
Yeah, Audi might have to use his own ultimate there. Not quite sure what happened there with the hook, but he misses it completely. The Pop Blossom on the 2. No jungler now available. Flick back is decent on the Junja, but there's just not the damage right now from the Talia. Line's just going to get taken out, and this is starting to change the momentum of the game. R7 had a good start, and now they're starting to fall apart. PSG just picking them away bit by bit.
Yeah, I think when you're looking towards this, R7 just needs to take it slow. Like, see if they can get some poke with Seo, get some poke with Miru, like, get the vision down so you're not running in towards Maple every single time. But even with the flash down, Maple's able to make it happen. Now you get, well, they haven't moved over towards Dragon, but you'll have to get this mid lane tower at the moment. And R7, well, run in on top of you, but they just haven't really set themselves up for success in that regard.
And the thing is that, yes, we are seeing a trade of sides right now. PSG getting the Dragon, top lane being pressured in, but it's always PSG coming out on top. They're now getting bot lane pressure. They got the mid lane. They're getting so much more bang for their buck that it just feels like R7 are just constantly behind. Like
Leon's and Audi are waiting in the wings as well, so we'll just back away.
Oh, interruption. That's going to still a flash and a Cataclysm for Junja, but I think he's just, the nice little bit of movement. Had himself the Gore Drinker for extra healing, but gets taken down, heartbroken, and this is where
squad to get on towards R7.
I'm looking at 2 massive items that have been completed there. Void Staff for Miru, who's going to try and make use of it right now. The Pop Blossom, just a delay. Double up in that one there. Doesn't get the flick back on top of that one. Good flash away from Miru and by Bong. They're looking for an engage in the mid lane, though, as we see Junja and the rest of the team looking for more. They get the knock up here, and the charm coming out from the Rakan. A shutdown comes out. Bong finally gets himself a little bit more redemption as he looks for a little bit more in this mid lane. Seiyu and Audi just can't do the damage. It's a 2 for 1 in the mid lane. Overall, a 2 for 2.
2 for 2. Seo still trying to see if he can get more. Maple as well. Still not out of the woods just yet. Seo, he's feeling it.
But let's have a look at the bot lane first.
Yeah, Bong stepping under the tower. Miru comes in, and I like that they don't actually engage on this, right? So Maple trying to lock them up underneath the tower. The flick misses. Stun handled Ozzy there. But then, yeah, it mustn't just, very overextension. Core Drinker, the Q, a lot of opportunity to try and bring that one back. And
I feel like we're 1-1 big fight from a really big moment in this game.
I like what R7 are trying to do, though. They're trying to play in towards their vision, say, hey, PSG Talon, you have to come through these choke points, which is where our composition is stronger, whereas PSG are trying to drag them into their own vision so they can have flanks and try and catch them out of multiple different angles. So at the moment, you can see both teams kind of in that stalemate and nobody really wanting to commit.
Wacko! Don't know why he's there, but he's getting all the damage. He got the root as well. They walk straight into the feathers, and that's all they needed to do. Now you can see a fight on two fronts. They are getting damage down. Bomb still keeping himself alive. Nicely done with the Pop Blossom, though. And that's a clean enough fight for the side of PSG. They lose one, they get four, and they can just barrel down the mid. They've got a huge minion wave.
I mean, Wacko went God mode on that one. Immediately picks off Audi, sets up PSG, and yeah, the wave is there. The base is going to be absolutely left in tatters. I mean, 15 seconds, 6 seconds until Seo's up. Like, they could just go for the end.
They might think about it. It is only game one of this best of three. Looks like they're just going to back away afterwards. They've got the Hex Gates. Everyone just walking away from this one here. And they're going to turn and burn for the big purple worm.
Yeah, immediately going to move over towards that one. Now, you have TP for Mirror, TP for Bong as well, so this could actually be a little bit risky, especially with Hex Tech Gates on the Rift as well. Or 7 trying to move in to contest Maple.
Has got himself a... it's a fake one. Fake dust out as well. They have vision on this, so they know what's going down. Audie's got ultimate and flash. You can get on top of it. Two-shot barrage lands on the Woody. They're putting them in. It's fish in a barrel. He goes get the Baron, but can they get out with it? Flash out immediately. Bong can't get into the fight right now. They're trying to get the stones in, but they just can't get the damage out. It was just a little bit too discoordinated from R7. You can see the idea. They just couldn't bring it together.
Yeah, they were just a couple of seconds direct route, and it means that R7 going to move over towards the Dragon. They'll get it, but what else would they get?
What else can they get? Junja tried to do a little bit of a drive-by. Does get the Cataclysm out. Seo just going to get himself away from this one here. Stopwatch used by Junja means he won't get any more damage done onto him. And R7 are kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. They need to get themselves out. Audi doesn't have flash and ultimate because he used it last time. He will be sacrificed. And now Woody tries to go for a little bit more. Seo, no flash, but does have the arcane shift. They're just poking them out right now. And everyone backs themselves away. Good for R7 to get the Dragon, but, I mean, you still have a Baron to contest with.
The problem was that they went for resets on R7. Miro went back to base, so they weren't able to immediately burn down the Dragon as PSG were resetting after Baron. So PSG come back out, they get the kill. They're now going to get bot tower off of this, and they're going to get this bot inhibitor as well. You just don't have the people you need to defend this, especially with midwave now there as well.
Yeah, you have to be so careful here as Seo. He just needs to make sure he's not getting caught out. Junja has got a flash to go for a flash, flag, and drag if he really wanted to, and that's going to be another inhibitor turret exposed. Do they get the second inhibitor? That's the question. I mean, Wacko has been fantastic with these routes as well. You can't even walk forward because he just always has 6 or 7 feathers dotted around the place.
Yeah, and look, with that, as soon as Ozzy shows up, they're like, cool, we're going to be totally fine to take this. Can't really do particularly much.
No, feathers do go flying. Wacko does get hit by the ultimate, but I mean, they're turning it all back on the Lions, who is ignited, getting taken so low. Is he? Yes, tick down Woody, finishing that one off in a little bit of supportal combat. And I mean, it's so difficult now to get this damage to stick. And they've got minions, they've got Baron, they might look for the end. They're going to go in, Cataclysm goes in straight away. There's the Pop Blossom down on the 2. They're just using these ultimates to try and stop everyone from dying. And Wacko just feeling untouched, unfavorable in this fight is he. But PSG are going to be getting themselves the first win of Worlds 2023.
They pat in the KDA, they'll take down the Nexus, and PSG, you can see, smiles, but mostly relief, I think, in that one.